right? Apparently, we're live, and I'm okay with this. We're live. That's happening. Not always late, Doomix. Gosh, you're so judgmental. It's fine. Look at me being all late for the stream and stuff. Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing today? I know this has been a week, hasn't it? It has been a very interesting week. So, how is everyone doing? First and foremost, big question, throwing it out there. I got a lot to talk to you guys about today, but today we're definitely going to be covering our favorite things to do every week, especially now. Just going to be your little frosty channel reviews that you get here on Freedom. Almost said MGN. That's another one. And by the way, just throw it out there. MGN also does these too. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. But we are here now. Let's talk about now. Let's talk about the now that is now. So, what this is, I'm going to go over your channels one by one individually, and hopefully we're going to be able to try to find things that could be worked on or pushed forward, and we're going to see what we can do to grow your channels. Also, I'm seeing 26 people in here and only 11 likes. I believe we can actually fix that. So, if you could, that'd be awesome. But the next thing I want to say is I got a couple rules for these streams, okay? Now, hold up. Before we get excited and asking me to... All right, so before we get excited and start asking for the reviews, sorry, I get messages all over the place. Before we start getting excited and ask for reviews, I have rules. I have this thing as a wheel. It's a wheel of names. It's really great. It's not totally just some garbage thing I found off the internet that I use because it works. Scheduled 10 to 8 Friday. Oh, that's so terrible. That's a 10-hour day. So we got that going. So the first thing and foremost, I have a list structure for this. So when I type in the chat, so pay attention to the chat. When I type in the chat that the list is open, that's when you start requesting it. Please try to keep it to like one or two times of asking during that time. I say that because if you do that beyond that, you're trying to drown out other people and potentially be getting help. And I understand everyone right now needs help, so that's what I'm here to do. Secondly, the next thing I want to make mention of is that the other rule I have is you have to be here for me to go over your channel. If you're not here, I can't go over your channel because I want to actively be talking to you. And the third rule is if I'm going over people's channels, please try not to ask for me to review your channel because I'm clearly going over one person's channel at that point in time. But I want to take you guys to take the moment of me going over that channel to learn. You're scheduled 40 hours this week. That's a big schedule. But I want you to take the time to learn from other people what you might need to be able to do to fix on your channel. So that being said, you're probably going to see this in the future right now, but I'm going to type in the list is open. You guys got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to ask. Yeah, Frodo, of course I remember you. 30 seconds. So hold up, hold your horses. I didn't even type this in yet. Got 30 seconds to ask. And here we go. List is open. You got 30 seconds on the time. Boom, let's do this. And while we're getting ready to take down these names, because this usually takes me a while on the first roll, is that I definitely want you guys to discuss things going on. How is life treating you? How are you guys today? How have you been this week? I know this has been a big week for a lot of you. It's a lot of information that had to be that you had to take in, and it's I understand everything that's going on. So I'd like it that it wasn't going on, but hey, what can you do? All right, so I'm gonna start. Shut up. I'm gonna stop this. Okay, I'm gonna say stop in the chat. That's when we're gonna stop asking. All right. And anyone beyond that stop point is not going to be able to make it to the list because we got to get to these guys. We got to get these guys, man. We just got to get to these people, help them out. It's still a fun name there, Pancakes. Hopefully we can get that wheel back on you this week. I know we called you last time. You weren't around. And I feel... No, it didn't land on you. It just, for some reason, was... for some reason, it was just being just the cruelest thing to you. You again, Frodo. I don't know, Frodo. We got you last week, if memory serves me right. Strangers in timing. What is it? Training. Training? I thought it was timing. That was weird. To cover. All right. Let's keep going down this list. So while we're talking, while I'm taking down these things, how is everyone doing today? How are you guys feeling? after this week. Are we doing okay? We're doing fine. The other thing I want to make mention in this, when I go to take down names, is try not to repeat your name over and over again, because I think I did say this, but I didn't say the second part, because if you keep repeating your name over and over again, most likely I will not add you to the list, only because I want to be able to make sure I get as many people on here as possible. And we don't want to be trying to drown out other people, and the longer you keep typing these in, the longer it takes for me to put them in. Just keep that in mind. The more you keep going, me, it takes me forever to put these in, just saying. Okay, you're serious, Frody. He said it 3 times. I didn't make that rule before I did this thing, so that's a thing. Multi-Alex, habla español? No, I actually do not speak Spanish. I barely read it, but it is something I'm not too keen on. Okay, streams. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of you today. I figured there was going to be a few of you today. That was definitely something I was expecting. Let's continue. All right. And that's everyone. I'll get you there, Lease. I saw you post it right after I said it, so no problem. All right, that's everyone after that list. Okay. So, let's lock and load these. Yeah, there was one duplicate. So that's why we don't keep saying that. Strange. Check that you didn't double people's name. Yeah, this is programmed, so if I accidentally do it, it does it for me. But that's why I ask you guys not to do that, to double your names up. YouTube, Frosty Freaks is my favorite YouTuber. Aw, well, thank you. We're going to spin this wheel. Going to spin around, around, and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. You are the next contestant. Okay, I'm done doing that. It's a lot of analogies there. Yeah, the thing's programmed to take it off twice. Take off doubles there, Demkeys. All right, Lease. Lassie. Lease, are you here? Let's see how far back we are on here. It's going to tell me if you're here. And if you're here, please tell me you're here, because we want to be able to go over to the channel. So I saw it popped up there. I have asked for Lease to step forward and claim their prize of me going over to the channel today. And you have approximately 30 seconds to get back to me there, Lease. In the meantime, we will play the guitar of damning. It needs to. Oh. There it is. So, there he is. Okay, Lease popped in. Reset. Lease is here. Don't worry, I sees you. I know there's going to be a little delay, okay? Okay? All right, let's take a look. Oh, this is a different type of channel. We don't get to go over airsoft channels too often, so this is actually kind of cool. We let's take a look. Let's take a look. Now, the first thing that definitely jumps out at me is your banner is really dope. Not gonna lie. The one thing I do want to make mention on your banner, and a lot of people actually do these particular things when it comes to their banner, is they put a lot of stuff that you can find on your front page on there, like social media links, and on top of that, you are also at youtube.com. Lease, that would imply you have a username, which is actually interesting. But actually, let's check. Let's test that out. If we were to type in that, look at that! Look at you with the username. Oh, he's an OG YouTuber. There we go. So let's talk about this a little bit. I would definitely take off the subscribe, it's free, youtube.com, Lease, turn on notifications, because that's all the stuff you should be telling people to do in the videos, not something you should be plastering on your banner. Really keep the banner down to you, and nothing beyond that. I only say that unless you want to add, like, characters or whatever on the side, but I don't think that's something you want to do for your particular channel, because manufacturing is focused around, like, airsoft guns. So that you have a niche market, which is actually really great. The next thing I want to make mention of is I feel like you got the crosshair thing going on, but I feel like because it's cut off, we kind of lose it. The other thing that kind of throws me off with the banner is the name Lease kind of just bleeds in with everything else. So it makes it a little hard to read. Is there any way you think you could probably make that jump out a little bit more, even if it's adding like something like a little drop shadow effect on it? Dude, no problem. Not too many people think about that stuff. They look at it and go, oh, this is a cool thing, and they want to just throw it up there and don't actually think about the long-term things because you're actually here trying to figure out what do I need to fix my channel for. So that's why I'm here to help you. But I would actually say maybe see if you can get that name to pop a little bit more. It kind of just bleeds into the little crosshairs that you got in there, so it makes it look a little hard to read. The next thing I want to make mention of is your front page is a little needs a little love. Here's why. You have no upload section, and that's a big thing. An upload section is actually absolutely something that is necessary on a channel to show people that you're actively uploading regularly. Right now it says you uploaded 4 days ago, and beyond that, it said 2 months. And the closest thing I can find is 2 months ago. So that's something that's not a really good thing to be having on your channel, is having something that's sitting there at for 2 months. That's the whole thing. It looks like the channel's inactive. And I know that can't be true. You got to be uploading something. So make sure you upload sections on your front page, as well as some individual playlists, some creative playlists, and some personal playlists that would be for this particular channel, like your airsoft testing guns. The next thing I wanted to say is probably try to put some popular uploads on there as well. Then next thing we're going to take a look at, Lease, Frost Fricks is roasting you, but listen to Frost Fricks. I'm not roasting. Don't get it wrong. I ain't roasting. I don't roast here. I'm here to help. I'm not going to sit here and tell people to figure it out themselves. That's cruel. That's dumb and shouldn't be posted on Twitter. Airsoft, gym, gaming, reactions, channel, vlogs, anything I want, basically. Welcome. This channel used to be Lease Gaming. I quit gaming. I quit my gaming channel about a year ago, as I never had time. You should say because you said as I never had time because I was too busy with work in real life. Today, I rebranded the channel. You should have just said I rebranded the channel, because it wasn't today. It's probably been rebranded for a while. I rebranded the channel just Lease. And the channel still has all my Lease gaming content, and will gain more through time with its own part of the channel, but the channel will be now anything I decide to do, not just gaming. Okay, so here's the thing. I see you're doing airsoft things, so if that's a thing, you might need to reword this to be dedicated more towards that particular video. Hey, Cheetah Boy, I would say you definitely want to be rewording that to be dedicated to what you're uploading right now, not necessarily like what you have uploaded in the past. That's understandable, and it's good that you leave a little explanation, but at the beginning of this, you should be really talking about what you're doing now. Who are you as a person? Who are you as a YouTuber? Because this is the About section. I want to learn about you. Who are you as a person? Who are you as a YouTuber? What do you like to do for what are you doing for YouTube? What are you uploading currently? And what is your upload schedule would be another question to be popping into my head. So you got an Instagram and Twitter. That's awesome. Hold on a second. We're going to look at them both because I scrutinize them equally. Okay, you got your Instagram and Twitter. Look at little puppers. I love puppers. So let's see. You've been on here about 4 days ago. New airsoft video on, guys, and you connected the YouTube channel. Awesome. You should have probably connected the YouTube video instead of the YouTube channel. That might have worked a little bit better. 10 points just for having a dog. There is no point system. It's like whose line where the points don't matter. I just say points for no reason. But you got puppers, which is great. So let's talk about your social media, the social side of your social media, where you're actually talking to other people. Now it is January 21st. Your last post on here was on January 17th. New airsoft video, guys. Go check it out. And then you didn't exactly link the video, you linked your channel. That's an issue. You got to start linking the video. The linking the video would help people find the video that you're looking for. The next thing I want to make mention of is I would say your interaction is on here is okay, but you're not interacting with other individuals. I want to see interaction between you and other individuals here on, hey, what's up, Waifu? I want to see interactions with you and other individuals here on YouTube. So you talking to them, you having conversations with them, and they conversing back to you. You never know what company you might be talking to that might actually create or make airsoft guns. And that would be actually a good thing, especially if you're showcasing their material on your channel. They might actually like that video. Like, let's say you posted a video, I'm checking out blah blah blah's airsoft gun, come check it out on my channel, and you at them on it, or you tag them in that video, or on Twitter. They might actually go, oh wait, there's a guy doing this, and they'll either like it, which heavily promotes you, or they might even try to work out a deal if the video is good enough. So that would be something you got to think of when you're putting these together. So that goes for everybody. That includes gamers. You never know if you're going to be playing the next good game, and you contact a developer on Twitter, go, hey, I played your game. They're going to be like, awesome, I'm going to repost that, and everyone's going to see it. I've had that happen a few times, because developers like getting appreciated for the games they're making, as much like a company would be appreciative of the material they're making for you. So that's just something you got to think about. The next thing I want to talk about, let's go back to this. You got this little Earth Twitter icon here. Now, a lot of people have this, and there's a small change you can do to fix this, and it's for everybody. It's a really easy change. So when you're copying the URL address, most of them is secured, so it's HTTPS. But what you need to do for Twitter is copy http://twitter.com/your username. Gotta drop that S, because that way the Twitter bird can pop up. I know it's nothing really big, it's nothing that's gonna majorly impact your channel, but it definitely gives a little bit of an aesthetic, and it helps people identify, oh, that's his Twitter. So that's another recommendation. Now let's check out these playlists of yours. All right, you got a few playlists. Return to Sean Connery. You got a few playlists here, but I believe you need to work on them, and here's why. No, actually, the reason I say that is because you got a couple playlists in here with just one video in it. You don't want a playlist with just one video in it, and here's why. The problem is, like, here's the bigger question: would you ever have a playlist of songs with just one song in it? Of course not. The objective behind a playlist is to list a bunch of videos into one category to add to their metadata or to search engine optimization. So when you're going over these videos, when you're putting them into playlists, make sure you're generalizing them underneath a category that's going to help YouTube find them. So, like, I have an example. My personal channel, I did a whole thing on Doki Doki Literature Club. It's actually in its own playlist, but through that playlist, it actually helps the metadata, because if you were to type in Doki Doki Literature Club Frosted Fricks on YouTube, it'll pop up my playlist before it pops up the individual videos. And that is because the playlist has the whole collection. It'll show the collection before it shows the individual, like, one-off video. So you want people to go to those collections, because that's what they're looking for. They want to see a bunch of your stuff in one category. So, like, let's say they want to streamline that stuff and continue watching it. That's something you want to happen to you. 90% of your gaming videos, that's where I want. There isn't many to playlist. Just want to say thanks for all the free tips. No problem, strangers. I hope it's helping you, dude. I really do. The next thing I wanted to make mention of when I'm looking at these things, when you have playlists that have no videos in it or private videos in it, probably be a best idea to either delete or private those playlists, so it doesn't look like you got some playlists sitting here with nothing on it. So this thing right here. The next thing I want to say is, you said you deleted a lot of videos, about 90% of your videos. I really never recommend deleting anything, and here's why. A lot of people like seeing where their YouTubers came from. A lot of people like knowing that, hey, eventually when this YouTuber hits, I don't know, 1 million subscribers plus, they can go back to these old videos and go, man, he learned so much. And it's not just them that learn from that, it's you. I don't know how many times I've watched my first video I ever put out, but it is garbage. It is straight garbage. I am nervous in front of the camera. I clearly can't remember exactly what I want to talk about. I barely know where I want to be. I'm forgetting my lines. I'm not editing it right. The sound's terrible. The lighting's bad. There's no soundproofing on my walls. And I had like maybe 2 subscribers. And the thing behind that is that when I look at my old videos now, I'm like, wow, I've grown so much from that. So it's sort of like a nostalgic thing, but it also, you keep it there so you never go back to that moment. That way you can keep growing, you can keep learning from it. So always when you're putting this stuff together, just keep in mind, hey, this is where I came from, and I'm not going to forget that. But at this, that's my little my little PSA for not deleting your videos. That's for everybody. Not only that, it massively affects your views. And what we're looking at right now, what everyone's looking at right now is watch time. Don't delete videos. I'm just saying it. If you gotta private it, private it. If you gotta unlist it, do that. But don't delete videos, okay? The Dreadhead Sig. I didn't see your question. My apologies. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit to see if I see the questions. I don't see it. That must have been a while ago, man. Oh wait. How does Freedom help with microscopic channel like mine with only 150 subs? Ah, okay. So right now we're I can't say where because I'm not exactly Freedom, but I'm just some guy in Buffalo, New York that wants to help you guys. That's the only reason I'm here. But from what I can feel right now for the smaller channels, especially with how hard it is at the moment, Freedom's trying to get you guys together as a community. That way you guys can help each other grow. They're trying to provide you with the tools to help you grow, such as free music from Epidemic Sound or from their music factory. Any other tools that they might have, like the GFX station that's on their forums that has a bunch of people that are there that do GFX, and there's a bunch of there's the crib system there that you can actually the GFX are available for you to grab and put onto your computer and edit and move however you want it. So there's a lot of ways for Freedom to help out, and it's like the biggest thing is like it all starts with the community itself, where we are here to help each other. As I said, when I first started doing this here, I'm a community member, guys. I'm just some guy. I'm just some guy on the internet here to help. Wish you were verified. Get him. No. So let's talk about these thumbnails. Now, I signed up to Freedom when I was 9 subs. It took me 2 years to get 9 subs after Freedom. I got 98 in 3 years. Okay, well, that probably has all to do about your content, how much information you're putting out, how much advertising of self that you did, and what the relevancy of the games you're playing. How could I apply to be a moderator? I'd actually have to contact our dude. I have a dude who does this stuff, who lets me do the thing. So I'd have to contact that dude, and give me a second, actually, because you are here a lot. Give me a second. Boop. Copy that. Close that. And that way I have it on a note. I keep notes on. I use those desktop notes a lot. So, okay, let's continue. Someone's playing around on YouTube, putting my name out there. Saw my name pop up in there. I'm like, oh, what? I'm sorry, it's missing a few things, like class. So let's see. I like the thumbnails that I'm looking at here. The thumbnails are actually pretty good. I like your newer thumbnails. I like those because they include you in them, and it kind of give me an idea like where your directions are going right now. That's why I like them. I like them because they're unique to your channel, and what makes them unique is the fact that you're in them. No one can copy you being in a thumbnail. 100%. The next thing I want to make mention of is you did take a huge hiatus off. Especially right now, everyone, don't take long times off. Do not. The more time you take off from YouTube, the worse it actually gets for you, because you got to have that watch time. You got to get those subscribers. You got to get all that going for you, because if you don't have that set up for yourself, if you don't have that lined up, you're going to be falling behind, and you don't want that to be a situation or an issue. Yo, Rex, what's up? Doing all right. So that being said, I do like the way your new thumbnails look. The problem with your old thumbnails is they all actually end up bleeding together because of that purple to blue like background that he had on them. Say it like the letter. I know. I always when I see abbreviations next to each other, I always end up saying it. Dude, no, I totally get depression is a thing. I get it. I totally understand. Been there, always there. But you know what? It's something that it's an internal battle that a lot of people fight on a constant basis, and they deal with it in different ways. But I want to say don't ever put out something that I mean, don't push yourself, one, but if this is something you seriously want, you got to realize you can't let it just slide to the side, because when it slides off, people are just going to forget about you and go find other people to watch. And that's what you don't want to happen. You don't want people to just go, okay, well, he's done uploading. I'm going to go find someone else who uploads the same type of content. What's going to happen is you're going to eventually start losing those potential viewers on your channel. You don't want that being the situation. Continuing, you notice I don't breathe a lot when I'm talking, so I'll start yawning after a little bit because there's a lack of oxygen in my my lungs. So let's see, we're gonna take a look at this VSR 10 Airsoft Sniper upgrades. That's a pretty good thumbnail for one, and it's a pretty good title. Now let's check out the other things. Okay, that is
what's up, guys, and
a intro. Okay, first and foremost, a lot of people do intros. Don't. And the reason I say that is because intros tend to take away from a lot of your content, believe it or not. The first 10 seconds of your video is so imperative that that people should be watching it. And I say that because that's what's going to hook them in. That's what's going to make them want to watch. That's what's going to make them like your video. So that first 10 seconds is going to be your first impression. Pretend every time when you're watching a video, someone's going to watch your video, and that's the first impression to get off you. The last thing you want to do is shove down your channel's name in their face before they even got the chance to enjoy anything that's you. So I would do away with intros. Personally, I don't like them. Professionally, I say they don't work. And you'll notice a lot of the bigger YouTuber channels, like even some of the bigger ones, are starting to drop their intros because that is precious time that is being wasted at that point in time. What I recommend putting at the beginning of the video is the really cool part of the video that you're in, like a really cool segment of it, like 10 seconds. That's all you need, maybe like 10, 20 seconds if that most. But pick a really good part of that video and put it at the beginning to get the hook, and then they'll sit there and watch the rest of it. Or what another thing that I saw someone do once is they do put a non sequitur at the beginning of the video where they're talking about something that's completely unrelated to the video, but it's interesting for people to watch, and it gets them hooked because they want to know either the rest of the story or more about you as a person. So that's why you want to keep this to you. All right. The next thing I want to say is the lighting on you is a little off because, well, the hat's going to be unavoidable, but the thing you're running into is you got a lot of yellow going on around you, and yellow's not a really becoming color for anybody when they're doing recording. You'll notice that I have this light off over here because I have this light up there, it's up there on. And what's the difference between that light and this light? And that's a yellow light. That's your regular incandescent bulb. I recommend these. These are daylight white bulbs. You want daylight white bulbs because in daylight, every color of the spectrum is in it. That's why when it hits a prism, it actually refracts the rainbow instead of it being just straight light. You want one of these because they're going to be the best thing you're going to get. And believe it or not, a 4-pack is like $10. I know it sounds expensive, but they're LED bulbs and they're guaranteed to last for quite some time. This one's cheapo, and it's been in there for, God, I don't know how long, but I recommend the daylight LED bulbs because the best type of light is going to be daylight. Period. Hands down. Always. You'll notice I have a colored bulb back there. I have red up here. That's just to balance out all the spectrum on me because I have very blotchy skin sometimes. So I would definitely recommend investing in those bulbs. They'll help you out immensely in the future. And also try to get some light coming to your front. You got it coming from the ceiling, but I want to see some light coming to the front. And there's some cheap light lamps you can get. This is what I like to call my I found it at a thrift store lamp. These lamps are actually ones you can buy at a hardware store. They're really cheap. They're $10 each. They clamp onto everything. They use them to fix cars. They're really dumb and cheap, but they work and they're effective, and I love them, and I'm never getting rid of them. Unless I want to get the fuse boxes, but that gets expensive, and I don't have that kind of money. So, that being said, I want to talk about your tags. Your tags say Lease Gaming Funny Moments. This isn't gaming. This isn't a Funny Moments video. This isn't Jim. This isn't reaction. Okay, so let's talk about those. You got Rusty Lease, Lease Fit, Lease VS, and Lease Tube. A lot of that has nothing to do with this video. I understand that this is your branding. You're trying to get your branding out into tags, but the first tags are going to be the most important tags that are going to get people to this video. You want these tags to be more specific, more stylized to this particular video. Right now, none of them are going to actually lead me to this video except the words Airsoft Sniper, VSR 10, upgrades, Sniper upgrades, MBO2 upgrades. What I don't see in there is for tags is VSR 10 Airsoft Sniper upgrades. That's not one tag in the whole thing. So the next thing, saying that, saying that, I definitely want to say get rid of the tags that are irrelevant, because last thing you want to do is be tagged, get hit with a YouTube guideline strike. Not saying that this is going to happen anytime soon, but a YouTube guideline strike for what is it, like mistagging. It's sort of like misleading information. That's pretty much what they boil it down to. So you got to make sure everything there is going to be set. I'm talking there, Blaze.
Welcome to an update video. Today I want to show you all the upgrades I've done to my VSR 10. So as you can see, last time you might have seen this gun on my videos, this was green. I've had it spray painted black. It's still not completely perfect. It needs a few more coats. I've actually caught it a few times here and there, so I'm gonna have to patch that up. I just really wanted to get this video out for you guys because you know I haven't uploaded for a while. It's taken so long to paint this gun. Also, you'll see I've done my own little engraving here. It says Lease VSR 10 because it's mine and it's a VSR 10. I did an engraving. It was my first time ever doing it, so it's not bad. I'm quite happy with it. And then I painted it white just to make it stand out there. Really love that little touch to it. The scope is still the same. It is a 3 to 9 times 40 scope. As you can see here, I have a sunshade on it. Now, I know it's not a perfect fit sunshade. You can see there's a little ridge here. It doesn't really bother me, but I ordered a 40mm. They sent me a 50. It took over a month to get here from China. I wasn't sending it back. So I just simply got a Dremel, grinded off the threads, and I just stuck it on there. It'll do for me. It does the job. It looks fine. I'm happy with it. As you can see, there used to be a sling mount here on the front of the gun. I took that sling mount off, and I've actually fitted one here on the rail, which is a lot stronger and a lot better, in a better position. It hangs.
All right, so you got a couple things going on here. You're pointing out a lot of things on the gun, and occasionally you'll zoom in over here on the upper left-hand part of the gun. The only downside about this is when you're pointing at it, you don't exactly zoom in where we got to point. So I would utilize your camera's function to be able to zoom in, not your actual camera, but your editing skills to be able to zoom into where your hand's pointing. You can even just use a cut frame or anything. You don't have to actually zoom in, but cut to what you're pointing at. So if I'm like pointing at this thing right here on my mic, you would see the camera jump to where my hand's pointing. So people could get a better idea and a better view of what we were talking about. Because when you're talking about the little sling mount that was supposed to be right here, you cut to the top portion of your gun right here, so it kind of didn't translate too well for me. So I want to say, just watch your camera movements in your editing. As far as your audio goes, it's going pretty good. I do like the audio. Of course, it's going to sound a little echoey because you're a little bit away from your camera, and you're probably in a room that's not exactly soundproof, so it's going to be echoing all over the place. So I'm not gonna pick on you for that. I mean, that's just generally a thing. Not everyone has soundproofing. You could also use sound dampening. That's what I was just saying. So I would definitely get into maybe you could use some sound dampening things. They do have soundproof like blankets you could put on a wall. Like you could put them on your side so they're not so your voice is not bouncing all over the place. Or you could invest in some soundproofing panels. That is up to you. Those they get pricey depending on where you're going. I know there's some sites out there that you can get like a pack of 90 something for like $100. So they're like only an inch thick. That's the deal. But they work. They super work. I mean, I got a couple like 3-inch thick panels right here. Actually, I got a few of them, but a lot of them are also mixed in with the 1-inch panels, so it's like overall, I think I spent maybe $300 on my soundproofing. But a good portion of it was actually all the little panels were actually cheaper than the big panels, and I got more little panels than I got big panels. So I would definitely look into soundproofing, maybe that room or wherever you're going to be. Can I do that on Power Director? Maybe, but the echoing effect inside a microphone is definitely correlated from the room that you're actually in. You'll notice that, as I said, this room is completely padded all over the place. There's not an echo in this room. There can't be an echo in this room. I do voice acting. There cannot be an echo in this room. So that's why I recommend finding ways to dampen the echo you get into your particular room. So that being said, let's take a look at your description. I hope you enjoyed the video. You did make sure. Okay, that's not a description. So let's talk about that for a second. Description is actually everything. And I say that because a lot of information is found through the description that's given to you through YouTube. So let me explain that a little bit further. So we're going to go to YouTube search. We're going to type in, type in dolphins, because dolphins, I don't know. But you'll notice that on all the videos that pop up, a brief description of the video is going to be found next to it. The New England Patriots take on the Miami Dolphins in Week 14 of the 2017 NFL season. Have your say. Vote now for, see, right here, it gives you actual description of the video. You need to be descriptive, because right now, and I'm going to show you where that's found, the information that's given right here is going to be in your source code. You press Control-U on your keyboard at any video you're looking at. It's going to show you your source code. And what that is the first 100 characters inside your description are going to be one of the first characters going to be found when you're searching for any type of particular video. In this particular case, your video says right here in the description, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. It's not really descriptive of the video, so you have to fill out that description. With that description being blank, it kind of gives no one any information and doesn't give YouTube any information on how to find this particular video. I don't actually do that, Blaze. I would, but that's not something I do here. We're not here to watch the most popular video. We're here to watch his. We're here to watch where he is right now, where he could be by fixing these particular things. Most popular videos are usually hooked by certain types of trending things that are going on. Like I have a video right now that's been trending for like about a week or so now, but not on the trending page, but on my channel it's been trending. But is not vindictive of what my channel does altogether. So I mean that's why I don't go over on the popular uploads. So sometimes the popular uploads are something silly. Like a prime example. One of like I'll use this one. One of Markiplier's best videos that he has right now is a cat video where he puts his mouth over cats and just says "meow," and that's the video. But he's a gaming channel, so you see why looking at the popular video wouldn't make any sense, only due to the fact because I can't correlate the information gained off of that compared to what could have been good for the channel currently. So that's why I don't look at popular videos. So that being said, I recommend working on the description. I recommend working on the tags a bit more. Work on your lighting. That's where you can get started first and foremost. Lighting's going to be the cheapest thing you can fix in there. It was a Mortal Kombat fatality reaction video. It wasn't family friendly, so I removed it. I gotcha. So that being said, I would fix those things. Love the thumbnails. Get on this upload schedule, especially how YouTube's working right now. Uploads on a regular basis mean everything. And it's like also for all of you watching, I recommend getting into YouTube streaming. I do. I cannot stress this enough. Streaming on YouTube might be a good idea. All right? So I would get into that. I would work on your about section and get some uploads. Get the upload section on your front page. Get some popular. You can put your popular uploads on your front page, but always make sure your upload section's at the top. And then follow it up with some individual playlists and work on your playlist a little. And those are my recommendations, and I definitely hope they help. All right. Thank you very much for sharing that with us, my dude. So let's spin that wheel again. Boom. It's the don't play this game that I have trending because I solved it. I was one of the first YouTubers to actually solve the algorithm in it. It was crazy. Oh! This person! No! It's gonna happen again! Oh, there you go! Let me explain. Waifu Pancakes had this issue all last week. It kept skipping their channel the entire time last week. And I told them to hang in there. And it just, like, by one, every time kept skipping their channel. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad. But you have finally been selected, Waifu Pancakes. Please come on down. I hope you're still here because I'm going to be so sad if you're not. Finally. He got one. He's been here for three of these. Including the other ones I have on the other channels. Speaking of which, everybody, I want to make mention of this really fast. A little plug. I do these reviews. You'll notice that there's a little description section that's really well filled out if I tell you. There's a little description section down here on this channel, this wonderful little video, this live stream that we're doing. Also, there's 37 of you and only 26 likes. I'm pretty sure we can fix that. But you'll notice that there's 2 channels that are listed here. I do these reviews on every channel. You can't imagine I'm going to be able to get every channel by the end of the night because it's going to be forever. I'm going to be here forever. But the thing is, there's always other opportunities. The next thing I want to say is the opportunities are found in different places. On MGN, which is a gaming network of freedom, I recommend checking them out. They're pretty good. They have a lot of cool content that goes up there. I would say that because I do produce a few content out there, as well as a couple other dudes, and we get together, we play some games. It's pretty cool stuff. I like it. It's awesome. But I do a channel review section on there that has no wheel. Let me put an emphasis, the little asterisk on there, a little parentheses, if you would. Has no wheel. So it's a first come, first served basis. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. You got to make sure I say that. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard every Tuesday. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard every Tuesday on MGN. That's the first one you see there. The second one you see there is my channel. I do these on my channel as well every Wednesday, except this week it's going to be Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. I recommend coming this Thursday, Demkeys, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, to my channel. Get your channel review. Again, no list, first come, first serve. Sorry for bumping the mic. And I definitely, I hope to see you guys there. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. It's going to be crazy, wild and crazy kids. I think it's going to be awesome. So I always recommend checking those things out. Pretty cool stuff. All right? All right. So that being said, Waifu Pancake, I know you're here. I know you're here. And also, congratulations for finally getting picked. Let's do this. All right there, Lease.
Hey there,
have a good
guys,
night.
gals, and triggered weeaboos of the internet. My name is Waifu Pancakes, and I've been seeing this around a lot lately. I don't know why it's been showing up in my suggestions a lot, but I've been getting a lot of yandere ASMR.
Yandere ASMR.
What the fuck? Alright, I get that some people are into yanderes. I'm kind of into yanderes too. It's cool.
Waifu Pancakes finally got...
I mean, I guess the roleplay audio is just so that, like, hey... I don't know where I was going with that statement, but I decided, hey, you guys would get a kick out of it. Let's make a video.
All right, all right. Okay, so let's talk about your front page and everything. The first thing I want to make mention of is I feel like a good channel trailer right there would probably be the best thing to do, because I feel like you got enough personality and enough content on here to actually make a YouTube trailer. Channels that don't suck. That's funny. I don't see Frosted Fricks there. I see a lot of other people, but I'm just messing with you, dude. It's fine. But I would say I love the banner. It tells me everything I need to know about this channel and what to expect, which is awesome. I like to see, like, you got Waifu Pancakes and you got everything you need on there to tell us what's going on. But there is a but, and there's always going to be a but, especially with me, because I'm a picky person. So, if anything, my fiance would tell you I'm definitely a picky person. But the first thing I'm going to make mention is I think your banner might be too big. And here's why I say that. The why I say that is because the word waifu is hidden behind your channel icon. I would try to get that squished in just a little, and I'm like, it might increase the size of your character's like profile a little bit more, so we'd get to see her a little bit more. But I would say try to get that a little bit smaller so your avatar, your little icon, is not blocking that. I like the little icon that you have. That's really well done. So that's awesome as well. I would what's that? You bought a channel trailer. Yes. I've been meaning to make a new one for forever. Yeah, you should definitely make a channel trailer. I mean, as I said, it looks like you got enough content, enough personality to be able to do it. That being said, let's continue. Okay, so 1 week ago, 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago. Okay, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to find. Yeah, just one thing y'all got to know is I find stuff. Yeah. New to the channel. All right, I like what I see there. Hell yes, I'm a picky person. New to the channel. I like what I like that. It's like you go, okay, you're new here. Let me show you something. Let me show you the way. Let me show you something that's cool. Let me show you what I think are my best videos, and that's actually a really smart idea. Got anime rants, which probably definitely get a few looks. Popular uploads, Attack on Titan on crack. Try not to laugh or smile or grin. One shots, that's nice. I got a one shots list myself, so he knows the way of the one shot. So I totally, that's great. Okay, so let's continue. Creative playlist, and so you got the really well set up front page. The only thing I would say is just try to resize the banner just a little bit and work on getting a channel trailer for yourself. Picky fricks, right? Let's go to your about section. Is this where my channel description's supposed to go? Hi, my name is Caleb. Caleb. I'm 17. I like anime. I like prawn. You smell like cheese. Go away. P.S. Lemons. New to the channel. Okay, maybe that is funny. That is funny. Though, maybe a little bit more descriptive would probably be doing you a lot better. I want to nose the way. I always knew the way. Maybe a little bit more descriptive would definitely be a better way to go. All right, Guitar Rabiosa, I'm glad you came. So I want to know a little bit more about you. What got you started on this channel? What do you do on this channel? What is it that you upload on this channel? What makes you unique to YouTube as a YouTuber? What is your upload schedule? All that should be really located right here on this this particular section, if you would. You got a lot of links in here, and those are unnecessary because they cannot be clicked on a computer. They definitely can't be clicked on a phone or tablet, so I would just get rid of them because they're taking up space that they don't need to take up because you already got them located down here, which is awesome. The next thing I want to definitely mention is you don't need a subscribe button over here too. You got subscribe here, you got subscribble there, you got subscribble there, you got lots of subscribbles, but the issue is you don't need all that. You want people to be more directed towards your social media, less directed towards the YouTube channel that they're already on. So I would definitely try to either get rid of it or move it to the end of the line. The next thing is your next one up in line for some reason is Google+. Though we all appreciate Google+, I'm pretty sure that's not the second one you want on that list. I only say that because not so many people actually use it, but we don't tell Google that. I would definitely recommend moving your Twitter and your actual social media that you utilize to the front. So put your Twitter at the beginning, then follow it by Snapchat, then your DeviantArt link, then your Google+, then your Freedom thing, then your subscribble if you really, really must have it on there. So the next thing I want to make mention of is we're going to take a look at the tweets. Shorty McNottall. Thank you for he joined the League of Shorty McNottall. All right. So let's see. I like anime. You smell like cheese. Go away. Probably not a good idea to tell people to go away. I'm just saying. You don't want people to go away. You want them to stay here. You definitely want them to stay here. But let's see how active you're on here. You're actually super active. That's great. 19. The first that in middle school I was bullied a lot. This morning was especially stressful for me. I figured out guys deserve to know why. I was severe depressed for 3 years, and I was positive in front of everybody. So my community guideline strike, it will be expiring on February 23rd. Sucks that you had one, dude. I totally get it, but I totally sucks that you have one. Come on. Okay, hey, to be here, can make. Yeah, you can make money if you have 4,000 hours watch time, 1,000 subscribers. So you've been active in talking about YouTube currently, but I like that you're active on here. I like that you're communicating. Try to communicate with other people too. I notice you keep to yourself a lot in these tweets. You're not actually tweeting to other people. I mean, you're calling out people on their stuff, particular company, but that's to be expected. A lot of people did, but I would definitely say I want to see you just posting with to other people, talking to other people, because you never know who's going to come back and talk back to you. If you guys go to my Twitter, I talk about mental state and a short hiatus. I see that, so I'm not going to actually touch base on it. I'm just saying that because we don't want to affect other individuals. I get it. I do, guys. I get it. I totally do. So I mean, like that's the best way I could say that is like I get it. I understand, and like do what you need to do, but just keep in mind if you're here for me to go over your channel, you clearly have a passion for something. You want me to help. You want my help. That's why you're here. So I'm hoping through this help we can inspire you to keep going and stay strong. And that's what my objective is to do. Because I get it, guys. I totally get it. I've dragged myself from the gutter literally twice in my life, so I totally get it. So don't worry, we good. I get it. I'm gonna give you a like there, okay? So that way you got. So nice use of that. You understood how this gets fixed. Let's take a look at your playlist. Something that will be scrutinized incredibly. So I'm noticing in your thing you have a history of starting a video and not finishing it. Not saying that I don't have a history. I totally have a history of doing that. So here's the thing I'm going to make everyone promise right now, all right? All right? When you start a video, when you start a series, we're all going to, from now on, see it through and finish it, all right? Finish it. We're gonna all finish these series. We're not gonna keep starting series and not finishing them. We got Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. You got Bunker, Anime Song Covers, My Neighbor is a Yandere, Dream Daddy, and Nico, Nin. You got a lot of things sitting at one video. And again, pointless to have a playlist with just one video in it. Is Chico doing streams? I think he is. I believe so. Chillin'. I hope he is. So I would definitely try getting back into these games, all right? So let's games. Well, not try getting back to them. I probably would let them go, and just focus on the future. But I'm a troll. Please. Finishing series is some reason why the gaming videos hiatus. A lot of people have a hard time finishing series. I do myself, because if I see the series is not going good enough, I have this thing where I don't want to finish it because why bother? And honestly, that's not a good way to think. If the series is not going good enough, try to compound it with another series. So put out that video and then get another video out. That way you can capitalize on the views for both that series and another video that you're possibly putting out. So let's talk about current video games. Now then, we live in an area, in a day, in a phase, old way of the videos you put out at this point in time. You should try to remain current. The more current you are with the games or anything, the better it might end up being for yourself. I like to look at indie games because indie games are going to be probably something you want to look at, because there's new ones coming out every day. Do they get scrutinized by YouTube's demonetization thing? Absolutely. Every video does. But you definitely want to make sure you're uploading on a regular basis. I see that you are, sort of. And that's the one thing I wanted to touch base on. I'm not going to get you on your thumbnails because they're great. But yeah, people don't always watch too. Very true. But you never know who might be just stumbling across your channel. That's why I say they don't always watch. It might be a good thing and it might be a bad thing. Sometimes it's good, sometimes bad. But the worst case scenario is you didn't get 100% of the watch you'd hope you got in it, but you have it out. It exists. So if someone comes to it in the future, you got to think about this in the future. If someone comes to it in the future, they have the ability to watch it in the future, and it's there. Like, for example, if you wanted to watch my FNAF Fazbear Pizzeria thing, I only go to night 2. And someone would be sitting through this, okay, I want to see him play night 3. It'll never happen. It's gone. I'm not going to be able to do it. Because, one, I've stopped playing that for almost a month. Or 2 at this point in time. And going back to that would probably just not be a smart thing to do. Only because it would be confusing to the audience that I have gained since then. So, that being said, let's talk about staying current. The other issue I'm seeing is you're playing FNAF right now. And that's not entirely an issue. This is one thing I'm going to definitely put out there before you guys start scrutinizing me. I never say don't play games you want to play, because you never know the audience you're going to gain from them. But understand when you're playing an old game, because FNAF's been out for about a couple months now. When you're playing an older game, you might not get the views you want to get on that game. Same goes for very popular mainstream titles. You'll have an issue with those on occasions. Like I see you're playing Honey Pop, Ryan Coons, cool dude. Actually really cool dude. But that is just something you got to think about when you're playing it. But Honey Pop's been out for about 4 or 5 years at this point in time, and you might not get the same type of views you would normally get on that as you would get on anything else that you're putting out. So just think about that when you're putting these type of videos out. I do like the thumbnails though, so I'm going to give you a plus on that. But there are thumbnails that I believe could use a little work, and here's what: you got your Doki Doki Literature Club thumbnails. Now, a lot of people argue, well, those are good thumbnails. Yeah, they are. Every channel's used them, though. The downside about utilizing certain thumbnails like those, they're screenshots from inside the game. When you're utilizing those, everyone has used those, so the issue you run into is you have to make them different or unique in their own way. A lot of people like to add their picture to the type of videos that they're playing. So like you did here, you should have probably added yourself in these type of videos as well. So just to sort of separate what other people have done for these particular videos. All right, you're saying play more popular games, not older ones, because then there will be so many videos. No, I know it's convoluted what I said, pretty much what I'm saying is when you're playing older videos, older games, just keep in mind that the older they are or the less frequently they're visited, you gotta watch how they're trending. So like if you're playing like FNAF 1, well, I'm going to use that. That's been like 4 years at this point in time. 5 years? I don't know. I'm not keeping track. It's been out for a while. If you played FNAF 1, you're probably not going to get the same type of return on investment of time as if you were to, say, play, it doesn't exist yet, FNAF 9. So FNAF 9 would be coming out, like, let's say FNAF 9 comes out tomorrow. Or let's say Bendy, there's one. You play Bendy 4. We're waiting for Chapter 4 now? Yeah. You got Chapter 4 out. The thing is, Chapter 4 is probably going to get more views than your Chapter 1 playthrough if you put out Chapter 1 today. And I say that because people have already played it. Lots of people have already played it. Never to get discouraged from playing games you like, but if it's something you think that it's not going to get the same return on, always have a backup video to go with it. So just think about that when you're putting it together. I know it seems weird. I'm saying don't play popular games, don't play old games, but I'm saying play what you want to play. Just understand certain games, certain segments of games aren't going to get the same return you want them to get on. So I hope that kind of cleared it up. I'm not saying don't play what you want to play. Just keep in mind the more popular it is, or like it's a mainstream title, let's say Call of Duty, you're not going to get the same amount of views, and let's say anything else that the problem with mainstream games is that everyone gets their hands on them. When you're playing like that's why I'm a big advocate for indie titles personally. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so that being said, let's talk about this. A totally normal game. Yeah, totally. It's just
Hey there, guys, gals, and triggered weeaboos of the internet. My name is Waifu Pancakes, and welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. I'm really excited to be playing this. I know that some other people have been playing this. This game is absolutely free, so a download link will be in the description if you want to play this for yourself. I'm really excited to be playing this. I got a bag of chips, I just took 3 shots of sake, and I'm ready to have a good time.
Probably not a good idea with this game.
Because I'm sure that that's all I'm going to get out of this. Just good time. Design pizza. I can...
And frustration.
Oh. With the toppings. Pepperoni. Oh. Oh, all the toppings.
He wants in everything.
Okay. Well, that was fun. I don't know if there was any point to that. What? Oh. Okay. Throw pizza. Oh. Okay, that's normal.
Alright, so you got a lot of dead zone right there. The issue with the dead zone is when you're playing this game, or this game, because this game requires a bit of concentration. When you're playing a game, you feel yourself, your conversation, your talk drops, or when you're editing the video, which should be happening, and you hear the moment the conversation stops, like right there, we had a good about 20 seconds of silence, and you just, on your keyboard, that means you've lost things to talk about. And that's not entirely a bad thing. That can be easily taken care of by the magic of editing. Make sure when you're doing these things to edit that out. You don't want that to be a situation that you're constantly running into, because eventually it's like a person will be like, okay, just play the game. And they want to see the reactions of the game, because that's what technically this is. This is a reaction. You're reacting to a game, so they want to see the reaction. So constant conversation, constant communication, and eye contact is everything. So when you're playing a game and you're talking, it's always good to make the audience know that they're watching and you can talk to them. The fourth wall doesn't exist in commentary for video games. Just keep that in mind. So you can talk to the audience, you can talk to everybody, but make sure you keep that, you look over at the camera every now and then. Make sure you're looking at the lens and not at the screen that's down here, because you'll see my eyes occasionally go down here, and I'll adjust myself and look back up here. But always make sure you're talking to the camera and not to your screen. But the other thing I want to say is just try to edit out those empty spaces. All right, so the next thing, we got to talk about these tags. The first few tags could use a lot of love. You got gameplay, walkthrough, let's play, playthrough, commentary, anime, funny, comedy, waifu, pancakes. All right, so Waifu and Pancakes are definitely going to get a big response, but your channel name is going to be something completely different. When you're using general terms like anime, funny, comedy, let's play, playthrough, let's play, walkthrough, gameplay, those have been so overused that so many people. Is it better to talk or not to? It's better to talk. If you're not talking in anything that you're doing, you're not contributing to fair use. You want to talk. You have to talk. If you're playing games silently, you're not actually, like, there's a lot of people that have just straight gameplay, and believe it or not, that doesn't fall on any fair use at all. Fair use is something you got to keep in mind when you're doing these type of videos, because communication and commentary makes everything when it comes to that fair use. So you have got to talk. You can't be silent. So the next thing I want to say is your tags could use a bit of love, and here's why. The first, like, I want to say 10 tags are probably your weakest tags, and you don't want that to be a situation. The straight fact is, there's no anime in this. This is Five Nights at Freddy's. You're using general terms like gameplay. And the problem with that is you can't just use general terms. You have to use them in statements like you have here, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator Waifu Pancakes. That's your channel name with that. But believe it or not, that doesn't actually add anything to it. Believe it or not. If someone were to type in if you were to get rid of that tag and someone were to type in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Waifu Pancakes, your channel would still pop up because your channel's name is more dominant than your tag would ever be. So it would pop up the video with your channel. Like if you were to type in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator Frosted Fricks, I don't have any tags that say that, but you'll find me immediately. And that's something I want to say. But for the tags, I'm talking about the single solitary ones that are saying gameplay. Here's why they aren't as great. Okay, so I'm going to actually type this time. When you type in the word gameplay, you get 186 million results. So let's translate that. Hey, Smooth68. Let's translate into that into a different thing. If we type in gameplay, you have 186 million results. That means in that first tag that you have 1 in 186 million chance to getting seen, and I think there's actually a greater chance of winning the lottery. I would say probably that is an astronomical number that would be unattainable from anybody on a random roll. So I would probably not go ahead and use just basic tags. I had it as a phrase because I know Jacksepticeye does it. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people say that. You're not the first. You want to know why I say a lot of people say that? Because these channels, literally, they are so big, they are so large, that no matter what they do to their channel, it's still going to get the views. It's still going to get pushed forward because of their channel size and the amount of people that already flock to that video when it initially gets put out. So they could literally put anything in that tag section, anything in the description, and some do just put whatever in there. Some don't even bother anymore. But the thing about that is because it's such a large channel, because the video is going to obviously trend for a minute, it's going to get the attention they already know it's going to get, so they don't care about that little stuff. But we as little channels have got to be able to fill this stuff out because we are invisible to YouTube's algorithm unless we try to put as much SEO into our channels as possible. Yes. I meant by putting the name on the game, their channel name. Yeah, I know they do that. That's the same thing. They can literally put anything. They don't have to put that there. If I were to type it in without having their name in the game associated, that game would probably pop up before anything. Ooh, that was actually a mouthful. So, let's continue to this. The other thing I want to make mention is the lighting's a little wonky. I did talk about the light bulbs earlier. I recommend the daylight bulb, dude. It definitely is going to help, and it's going to make everything look a little bit more smoother. I see you're using some kind of desk lamp for this, so try out that daylight bulb. Tell me how it goes. As I said, they got some cheap ones at like hardware stores or your local grocery store. Make sure it's an LED one. So that being said, let's continue to your description. Come on to a totally normal, family-friendly, not at all dangerous or terrifying game about sunshine and rainbows. Thanks for watching. All right, then you got play the game. So that's good that you have the link to the game section on there. But the next thing I want to definitely make sure of, hey, Frosted, do channel tags help? Yes, They absolutely do. It all goes into your SEO, your search engine optimization, and your metadata, which is this little list right here. If you have no tags, that lessens the ability for YouTube's algorithm or searching ability to find your channel. So all this right here is calculated into YouTube's search result. If it's not filled out, that's one less thing that you're not doing. That's one more thing that you're not doing that YouTube's going to be able to search you for. So you have to fill these things out. You just absolutely have to. Right now, I personally use vidIQ, so I can check SEO scores. I can see what type of thumbnail, what type of tags you're using. I recommend it. There's also Heartbeat out there for those who want to use that as well. But the one thing I definitely want to say is missing out of the description of this video is the actual description of the game. Now, you can utilize that. Now, let me explain. The description of the game is going to have a lot of information that's going to be linking us straight to the game itself. So right now, the second thing I want to make mention is the link you have here is inactive because you didn't link it properly. The https://www.store.steampower.com. All that needs to be filled out so we can find it. But you wanted the description of the game. That will definitely help out. The other thing that you're kind of missing in the tag section is, believe it or not, you could use something like Pizzeria Simulator, starting a business, starting a pizzeria. All that actually is relevant to this because in this game, you technically are starting a pizzeria. This is a pizzeria simulator. This could be even considered a like FNAF simulator. I mean, like that all falls into play. So just think about that. So I'd work on the tags, work on a description, work on the lighting a little bit, the interaction a little bit more, get a little hyped for the games you're playing, get excited. I love the tags on some of them. Some of the not tags, the thumbnails on some of them. Some of the other ones could use a little work. Work on your about section a little bit more. Be a little bit more friendly, inviting to people that are coming in, and also try to get a channel trailer for yourself and maybe resize the banner just a little bit. And you're looking pretty okay. So that being said, Waifu Pancakes, finally glad to be able to go over your channel. Thank you very much for sharing it with us. It's actually really good. And also the next thing I want to quickly touch base on is look at what people are watching and see if it's working for you. All right? So that's what I want to, that's just one thing I want to point out. What is working, what isn't? And just evaluate your channel on that end. So there we go. Wheel of names, remove. So, since it is the middle of the stream, I am now going to I'm going to open up the list one more time so all those people who've been going, pick me, can finally be picked. Let me continue to say this. When I open up this list, do not repeat yourself over and over again. I will skip over you because I don't want to accidentally put your name on here 1 bajillion times. You don't want to drown out other people. The next thing I want to say is when you're putting this through, before you restart my wheel, may I be added to it? I'm about to do this. So ask only once. You have 30 seconds to say yes. Be very conscious of when I'm typing in the chat because you're probably going to see this. Me saying this and me saying list is open. When I say list is closed, list is closed, and that is as close as gonna close. All right. And Waifu Pancakes, dude. No, thank you for sharing your channel with us. It's always a pleasure to go over everyone's channels, and I'm glad you've been showing up every week because it obviously pays off eventually. That being said, let's get this open. All right. So don't spam this because I will skip your name. And if you're already on here, please don't say it again. My channel tags, not video tags. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Thank you very much, superstars. All right, smooth. I feel like you're already on there. Or you've been asking for a while. See, I pay attention. I do pay attention. Frick. You see why I'm called Frosted Fricks now? Because I frick up all the time. Ooh, solo quattro. Alright. So we got that 30-second timer going. Alright. Superstars. Oh, Mr. Drizzy. I am the drizzle. Okay, it is over. closed. Yeah, I see you, Cheetah Boy. You're already on there. See? Oh, no, Cheetah Boy, I didn't roll it. Don't get that confused. It didn't roll to you. I haven't even rolled it yet. Epic, I believe you're on there, right? You're not on there. Let's get you on there. And if we have double names, it'll obviously take you off. Superstars. I guess that's you asking. All right. I got Dutch Gaming. I don't. We're going to get you on there too. All right. I forgot to say closed. All right. Timer is very loud. All right, here we go. Add the names to the wheel first and foremost. That's what you were talking about. Okay, so before I continue, please keep in mind that this list is extremely long this week. I definitely recommend you guys check out the other opportunities for me to be able to help you. You want to check out the other opportunities for me to be able to help you, go to the lower portion of this there right here in this little description thing. We call it the description thing now, where I have 2 channels that I have listed down here. Please go visit those. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard on MGN. I will be there helping out people. There is no wheel. It's a first-come, first-served scenario. And the next one is every Thursday. Well, actually, this Thursday, I'll be on my own channel, Frosted Fricks, also located just below that in the description. Please go check those out. I'll be there on my own personal channel, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard on Thursday to be able to help you out there, too. All right? All right. So now that little PSA has been put out, we're going to have to go ahead and spin the wheel. Also, guys, stick around, because you never know if the person's not here. Because we do lose people. Not sponsored by Diet Pepsi, though. Oh, the mini denial. Is it going to happen again? He wonders. The putt lines up. Oh, by a hair. By a hair. Okay. You will subscribe. Well, thank you very much. I love how you say all right. All right. Okay, so the computer audio is way louder than yours. I should lower it. You're absolutely right. But then when the problem is, when I put up the videos, a lot of people's audio is in a lot of weird, wonky ways. So I like to have it loud so y'all can hear it. So I'm sorry that when it's going through this, I just don't want to be shifting things back and forth and me forgetting you guys. I can't hear anything. So that's why I don't move it too much. All right, that being said, Tech for Real. Tech for Real, you for real here, man? You for real? You for real, though? You got to be here, because that's real. That would be real if you're here. Be for real. I mean, it's so close, superstar. So close. Tech, are you for really here? So this is why I tell people to stick around, because you never know if you're going to get announced. So that it has been said. It has been announced. So the 30-second timer gets thrown up and started. And we grab the guitar of banishment. But you definitely need to be here. I don't know, Demkeys. I'm not sure. So that's why we stick around. Because what happens if you're not here, you get removed. Let us continue the wheel. It will spin for a very, very long time. A very long time. If I click this again, it'll drive you guys crazy. Oh boy. Blaze, is he going to give you the denial click? Denial click! No! Halloween click! Kid, will you get the denial click? Oh, dude! Alright. Strangers in training. Are you still here? Not you. Well, guess what? You're going to be very surprised when you see that in a few seconds. He even said on his shit, he just said, not me, rip, and it clicks on him. No problem. Wow, I just want to read him what he says. What? I know he's here. He actually just typed, not me, rip. Just letting it sink in. Yes, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Well. So this is why it's beneficial to stick around, because Stranger's been here since we first started, and like he stuck around, and what happened was we got to his channel so we could see it. Neto got straight denied. I'm just saying. Okay, so that being said, there we go. Let's take a look. Let's take a look-see look. Strangers in Training, King of the Sloths. Okay. Now let's have a conversation about how this looks. The banner is okay. Now, here's why I say it's okay, but it's not great. The thing is, you got your Strangers in Training thing, but I can barely read it only because for some reason the white's bleeding into the blue in the background. The blue doesn't actually go with the sloths that are on the upper right-hand and the left-hand corner. The problem with that being is because there's no outline on either of them, and the slots kind of just don't look like they belong in a vapor area. It kind of makes it a little bit confusing. The next thing I want to point out is you have your Twitter thing up there and your Steam account up there. One thing I definitely always want to say, hey, Hawkrin, the one thing I definitely want to always say when you're making games or anything on YouTube, when you are doing YouTube, try not to put your channel, your game stuff on your channel, not your usernames and whatnot. I say that because the amount of people who are going to try to send you things eventually are going to get out of control. So I don't ever recommend putting your gamer tag on anything. The next thing I want to definitely say is yeah, I'll just work on the thumbnail just a little bit more. The other thing I want to say is you got this sloth in a spaceman suit up in the upper left-hand corner, but I feel like it belongs to something else, and I have the question for you. I was going to say, is that your artwork? If not, I hope you have the permission to be able to use that artwork. So without that particular artwork actually being yours, you could potentially have it taken down on you if someone found that and went, oh, that's mine, and that doesn't belong to you, and you're utilizing it without my permission. So always be careful with that type of stuff. So how to get paid for doing nothing much, watch for free. Oh, that's easy. You get in the way of people to go through a door. Okay, follow me on this. You get in a way where people have to go through this door, and they have to go through this door. And what you do is you charge them $1 each, and eventually someone's going to cave. And you got to be a big guy. Here's the thing: you got to be a really big guy and intimidating as heck. So you go, okay, you can go through this door. $1. What are you doing? You're just standing there. You got $1. And you scared the heck out of a person. So that being said, let's continue to your front page. The front page, I would say, I want to see a channel trailer. I believe you have enough content in here to be able to do that. But the other thing that's kind of really missing is your upload section. There is no upload section. Where is your upload section? That's the one thing I definitely want to say. It's Ren. Hey, Ren. Hey, sleeping cats. GGG's. So I definitely want to say you got to have an upload section. That way I can see you're actively uploading something, because right now it looks like you haven't uploaded in 4 months, according to almost everything I see here. So get that fixed. So let's talk about your About section. Hello, my name is Jello, and welcome to my channel. This channel is about gaming and sometimes vlogs, even sometimes memes. But what is confusing is that you call yourself Jello, but it says Strangers in Training, which makes it very confusing for me. So I'm not exactly sure. Is it Jello? Is it Stranger Time? There's a lot of confusing, mishmashy stuff going on. So stick with one name or the other. Just don't keep moving back and forth, because it does cause people a little bit. It causes a little bit of confusion, so I don't want your people to be confused. You can still get added next. Fricks will tell you when he's done with this one. Yeah. I was just reading that. Oh my God, he's gonna talk like this. I don't know why. But you definitely need to fill this out a little bit more. I want to know a little bit more about you. What do you do on this channel? What is it that you upload? What type of content am I supposed to be expecting? What is it about you? Is it going to be changing the wave of YouTube as we know it? How are you going to be a different YouTuber than anybody else? And what is your upload schedule? I need to see that. The next thing I want to take a look at is your Twitter and why it's not there. No, it's there. There's a Twitter there. Okay, you kept your branding consistent. That's good. Good job. Keep that up. Let's see. What game do you want me to stream tonight? More Stardew Valley. Turmoil. Okay. And then you're only posting, well, it looks like you're only posting. You go, wonderful stream I have with everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Also, okay. Well, that was in reference to someone else. What does frustrate me? In fact, it's not channel. It's okay. I knew I was going to be reading a lot of these things. But that seemed to be the only time you're actually active on social media. That becomes an issue, because that means you're not actually talking to other people. You definitely want to talk. Hey, yo, kitty. Definitely you want to start talking to more people on here, getting more active on here, except when not just when something personally affects you, but when anything comes to your mind. Always try to be active on here. Talk to other people. Don't just post your own content, because when you're posting your own content, it's like it's not exactly giving out information at all. We want to know more about you, dude. We want to know more. There's got to be more. Where's the rest of it? Okay, so talk. Use this. It's social. You got to be social. I know it's weird to be social. It's really awkward nowadays. I don't. You can get at it as soon as. All right. So we got that all set. To fix this little thing is a really easy thing again. Just go up here to your URL that you can't see on my screen, but it's type in http://www.twitter.com/your username. Drop the S at the beginning where it says HTTPS. Don't make it secured. Make it just regular HTTP, and like that you can link your Twitter. So yeah, that's a thing that exists in your world now. You can now have a little Twitter bird on your thing. Also, try to get into more social media like Instagram or something like that you can share more of your wonderful daily day pictures on there, right? Playlist, which I'm sure filled out pretty well, because I saw him on the front page. You got 7666683. So that you got a few. You got a few, at least 40 maybe. You got like 40 videos here, but that tells me that it can't be all your videos. I'm probably right. No, yeah, you definitely have more videos than that. So that means all your videos aren't in playlists, and that definitely needs to happen. To be honest, if I ever get reviews for us, I don't even know where to start. Won't even know where to start complaining. I hope you wouldn't be complaining that I'm reviewing you. Let's start there. So the next thing I want to make mention of is your thumbnails could use a little love. I say that because a lot of your thumbnails actually, even though you're kind of changing them a little bit, they aren't exactly changed. For your Bed Wars, for example, the only thing that's changing is the actual background of it, and it's almost hard to see through the actual bed with fire in front of it and the words Minecraft Bed Wars in front of all that. The issue that turns out to be is that it doesn't exactly convey difference. The other thing I want to make mention of is you look through these and they're almost identical. Actually, these two are identical, and all of your Stardew Valleys are 100% identical. And you could argue that, well, I put a number on there. Well, that's an argument and not a fact. Anyways, no, I'm joking. But you want to make sure all your thumbnails are different. Always try to get all your thumbnails different no matter what. And I say that being a person that's on this channel doing a review with the same thumbnail every time. But that's what they got, and they don't want me to make thumbnails, so I guess whatever. But you definitely need to have thumbnails for your channel. It just makes it more interesting on every time. I know you have thumbnails, but you need to have different ones. That way people can tell them apart from each other. If you were telling me to watch your Stardew Valley video, I'd be like, which one? And that would be a thing. Frosty, Ralph, and Jack Gaming, what's up? Long time no see. And I talked about, you said I only added videos to a playlist because they're all videos that I'm not too proud of. Well, that's fine, but you definitely want to be proud of everything you make. Even though you don't have to be excited that you made it, you have to at least enjoy that you made it or acknowledge its existence at one point in time. If you don't acknowledge its existence, you're going to run into an issue where you never learn from the old stuff. So don't be ashamed of it. Just learn from it. Yeah, I know my old stuff is embarrassing and it's bad quality, but you know what? I keep it around because it's sort of endearing, because that's where I came from. So just keep that in mind. But you gotta change these thumbnails up, my man. The other thing is we're gonna judge you. We're gonna scrutinize you well looking into these things. The other thing I want to make quick mention of is you got a lot of these little character things. Believe it or not, that does not help YouTube find you, because those are alt codes and those are generated by alt codes. The problem with alt codes is people need to actually know the code in order to make that particular symbol, and not too many people do. Like, my only symbol I know how to make comes from the code alt784, which is a little arrow that points right. And I could play around with it all the time, but in order for people to actually search this video appropriately, thank you for subscribe. Holy cow, my heart just jumped out of its chest. Daz. But the one thing I definitely want to say, when you're putting these through, you definitely don't want to use those characters, because it's going to be hard for people to type in. It's going to be hard for YouTube to search for those type of characters too. So try to just keep it at just the horizontal slash or dashes or anything along that line that'd be easier for you to look through. The other thing I want to say is you go Blueberry, Stardew Valley, Summertime, Stardew Valley, huge progress, Stardew Valley, and then you say huge project twice. So you might want to fix that. But I like that you're utilizing the idea of live streaming on YouTube being a factor right now. But don't forget to... That was loud. I almost died on the inside, I'm going to be honest. I'm already dead on the inside, but died for... I went beyond a form of death that was beyond what I can even comprehend. But what I was going to say, words, was that it needs to be different. You got to make sure they're different. I like that you're utilizing the YouTube Live. YouTube Live is definitely going to be something that you guys are going to want to be looking into, especially with how YouTube is going right now. A combination of both live videos and uploaded videos are going to be a great idea. So start working on those upload videos, and you can actually utilize your live videos for your upload videos as well. So, for example, I've made a couple videos involving... I've been in a VR chat a lot lately. I've been playing that a lot. Hey, subscribe again! You're awesome! Ooh, excuse me. But I've been in a VR chat a lot lately, and I've actually made a couple videos just off the live stream that I did on my channel. So that's actually something I've been enjoying. How do you get the things to pop up? Oh, that's another good question. I use this site called streamlabs.com, and I might be making a video here on Freedom eventually to teach you guys how to do all this fun stuff that you see me doing right now. The only thing that you guys can't see on this right now is a chat that I would need access to Freedom to make. But I don't have access to that. So we're going to hopefully someday get someone on Freedom to make us a little chat thing, a chat logo that goes over my head, and maybe their own like little subscribe bots, because that's actually for my channel. But that being said, let's check out your first video. Yeah, they're free. They're absolutely free. And that scream is actually me.
Millions of bugs live on you, but...
Thank you. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
With TurboTax, at least your taxes are free.
Hey... What's that have to do with bugs living on me? What's that have to do with bugs living on me? Millions of bugs are attached to you at any point in time, but at least with TurboTax, at least that's free. That doesn't make me feel better. And also, holy ads, Batman. There are a lot of ads in this particular video. There was one at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ads. That's a lot, my good sir. Yeah, Streamlabs is something I've used for ages. It's awesome, free, and definitely check it out. Yeah. But you want to cool it with so many ads. I say that because... Believe it or not, it gets annoying after a while if you're in the middle of watching something and suddenly an ad pops up. Usually my ads are located at the beginning and end, or beginning or end. But I don't always over ad my video. I would definitely pull it back just a little. Maybe 3 because of the length of the video, but definitely not this many. And you have control over adding ads if you want. I mean, like, ads are definitely controllable. And I'll give you guys a quick... Hey, what? Okay, I had both 2 videos up for some reason. I'll give you a quick tutorial on those ads. Give me a second. I'm about to pop up information y'all not allowed to see because now it's all my personal information. That's none of your business. I'm just saying that's why they call it personal information. Just give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna pop it up. Show you how to do these things. All right. So we're gonna go into a video of mine. Here we go. All right, here's a video of mine. It's a VR chat one. I did this for almost 2 hours, but I'm not going to add the mess out of it because I know no one's ever going to revisit it. Actually, no, this one's like 4.5 hours long. It's a pretty long video. But I go to my not add screen. Oh, it's not there. Go back to info and settings. Stop being stupid. All right, you go into info and settings. You go into monetization. And it only works on videos that are over 10 minutes long, and if you have monetization enabled. Right now, oh wait, this was a terrible example because I actually turned off the monetization on this because we were singing music. Yeah, one more second. I'm just gonna find another video that I could do this too. Let's go back to my videos. Like again, I don't wanna fudge. Need one that has monetization enabled. Give me a second. I'm gonna find it. Give me a second. Okay, this works. Give me a second. Let me pop it back over here. Okay, so here's a video where I was roasting a stormtrooper in VR chat for being a stormtrooper in VR chat, and he deserved it. So we're gonna go into monetization, and what I could do here is does this have the ability? How long is this? Gosh darn it, I can't pick the flippity flip. I keep picking the wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a garbage person. I'm a horrible person. Give me a second. Here we go. This one. No, that's the video. Here we go. This one for sure. I'm just trying to give you guys a crash course on how to do this. That's all I'm trying to do. Here we go. Whatever. You saw it now. You saw everything. So here we go. You go into monetization. This is how you fix it. There. All right, now you can put ads at the beginning of the video, at the end of the video, and if your video is longer than 10 minutes, anywhere in between. So you could go insert ad, boop, insert ad, boop, insert ad, boop, insert ad, boop. And a lot of people do this. Stop doing that. I say that because it's just so much in such a short amount of time. You don't want to overdo it when it comes to ads. I would recommend usually if a video is pretty long as ads at the beginning and after the video, but if you know where the ad's going to drop on the video, segue into it. All right? That way it's not cutting you off mid-sentence. You would hate having an ad cutting you off mid-sentence. All right? A prime example, and I always tell this to people, is utilize the Malcolm in the Middle segue. Oh, cool. It's locking up. Stay and leave at the same time. Thank you. Malcolm in the Middle segue. So what I like to do, what a Malcolm in the Middle segue is. Ever notice that the commercials on Malcolm in the Middle only ever pop up when a door is shut to the camera? Every time the door closes, it goes right into like the commercial. You could utilize that time where like you could do something like that, or you could even look at a commercial. And now for a commercial, you look at the camera now for a commercial break, like Channel Awesome does. They do that a lot. So that being said, let's watch the rest.
What is going on, strangers? We are live with another episode of Stardew Valley. One of my favorite games so far. Honestly, it's such a great game. And yes, I'm here. Let's get some NCS going. So
let's talk about the lawnmower going off in the background. Yeah, it gets a big climax scene, ad pop up, right? I sleep here. The problem that I'm hearing in the audio is I'm hearing something very loud going on in the background that you're vocally trying to battle with, and I don't know why that is. So I would try to turn off whatever that might be it an air conditioner or heater. And like in this case, I have this heater right here. It doesn't make any sound. Occasionally it will click, but you can't hear it. My computer makes sound, but it is far enough away from my microphone. My microphone's far enough of a good enough microphone that it won't pick it up. Thank you very much, Soup. So just keep in mind
it's just not me.
Sounds coming from.
And yeah. Now let me make sure I'm actually live.
Really sorry to hear that.
It says I am. Receiving your content.
Okay, so you're using no music. I'm hearing the music playing in the background. Don't. Nothing I can do with the computer fan. Not until my new computer comes in. Okay, it's a computer fan. So where's your mic in relation to your computer? That would be my next question. If your computer's on top of the desk, probably time to drop it. Not literally, but put it on the ground. But the next thing I want to say is you have music playing in the background, and for streaming, I don't recommend it, especially on YouTube, because a lot of cases you probably already got the copyright claim on this, but I would not utilize any type of music during live stream on YouTube, mainly because most of the music you'll run into that claims it's free, it's not, meaning copyright free, it's not. It's totally not. I don't know how many times I've tried and it just isn't. Just don't. Save yourself the headache. So that being said, I'm going to skip ahead and see. Actually, I'm going to skip it in about 33 minutes.
It's alright.
Alright, so see how right here you stop talking? That's why I'm waiting for my new computer. My current one can't fit under a desk. We'll put it on the floor and use it as a footstool. No, but the issue that you're running into here is we're 30 minutes in and you've stopped talking. You got really quiet. Where do I get copyright-free music? Well, I'm glad you asked, because here on YouTube we have access to the wonderful, wonderful world of copyright-free music here on our own dashboards. And I'm going to show you where to flip. You're going to find those right now. Just give me 1 second, and YouTube or my wonderful internet connection to catch up. And right here on your dashboard, which I still, even if you've been connected or disconnected, this should be available to you. Right in your Create Studio right here, you got the audio library where you have thousands of music of different genre and type to pick from. But the issue is they're not going to be playing unless you have them downloaded and put into a playlist on your desktop, or you are actively clicking on them as you're going through. There's also epidemic sounds, but then also keep in mind that there's a little bit of a process to get those to go through. But just keep in mind you have a plethora of sounds and sound effects and music right here. So let's use the song Close My Mouth. And again, before I press this button, I apologize. The audio levels on this particular thing are a little wonky. So sometimes they'll be very loud. Sometimes they'll be very quiet. So my apologies. This is your headphone warning right now. So if you are susceptible to loud sounds, I would recommend pulling them away, maybe just a little, because you don't know how loud this is going to be. All right? Here we go. You've been warned. All right. So, like, you can find all your music here. Shoot. The is night and pay for them. Lie, YouTube music is bad. No, I actually like YouTube music. I've used YouTube music a lot. Let's say I want a happy song and I want to let's go inspirational. I like their inspirational music. Let's go inspirational. Let's say I want an inspirational song. I want a particular song. We can go let's go synth. I want an inspirational song that's synth. I need it for a minute and a half, and it brings it down here. Also, headphone warning starting now. Okay, headphone warning. You've been warned again. Not a bad song. So there's a lot of different opportunities to use these for you. So I recommend it if you're trying to make a video or something like that. I give warnings before I press buttons, okay? I'm already partially deaf, so it's like I don't know how loud it is to you guys. So, that fun frosted fact, I'm partially deaf in one of my ears. So let's see. Your description needs love. Your communication needs some love too. So while you're talking on this, you've got to talk more. I mean, like, I know an hour's worth of talking is a lot, but you can imagine for people who do charity live streams, that 24 hours of talking can get to you. But you have to talk. If you're not talking, the attention span of the individuals that might be watching dwindle and go away, and you don't want that to be a situation. And always make sure you're communicating with the chat, even if they aren't talking, because you never know who is in there. There go the speaker again. No, you're absolutely right. But the next thing I want to make mention of is your description is a little non-existent. You definitely need to fill out these descriptions, my dude. When you don't, it doesn't help YouTube find anything. I know this was a live stream, but even on my live stream, all of my descriptions are always filled out. Subtle pointing. You know, all of my descriptions are filled out. But make sure you fill out those descriptions, okay? Because it's going to help you in the future. Fill it out. Tell us what's going on in this game, what you're planning to accomplish, what you're doing in this game, what is the game in general, link to the game to download, and don't forget to also add one of those wonderful little things that I like to see, and that is the game's description, because Stardew Valley does have a very descriptive description that will help add more words to your description section, because you got 5,000 characters you can use, and you've probably only used about 400. So yeah, that's a thing. So let's talk about them tags though. Stardew Valley games, Stardew Valley Let's Play, Stardew Valley Episode 1, Stardew Valley LP, Stardew Valley Part 1, Stardew Valley Walkthrough, Stardew Valley Tutorial. This is not a tutorial, so don't mismark something. Stardew Valley Game, Stardew Valley Gameplay. I feel like you said that already. You did. Stardew Valley. Oh, you separated the words, hoping that it would generate more into the SEO, because you don't know if people know that Stardew Valley is spelled STARDEW and STAR space DEW. But I believe that would these need a little love. You're not telling us what's going on. What are you doing? It looks like you're harvesting. Stardew Valley, harvesting for news. Stardew Valley, look, I made blueberries. Stardew Valley, you're starting to feel exhausted. Stardew Valley, there's a lot of different opportunities you could have used for different type of tags that people might be looking into. We could have even gone into Stardew Valley, how to grow blueberries. That would have been a good tag for you, especially since you're making blueberries. So make them blueberries. Get all specific, okay? You gotta get more specific with these tags. You can't just have general words for tags. They're not in part 1. This is part 1,000,006. It's part 6. You gotta make sure that. So just keep that in mind, okay, guys? Okay, guy, dude, friend, and also get your communication up. Work on your tags. Work on your upload schedule. Taking a 5-day break there. And work on your about section. Get your banner up in order. Get your stuff into organized list, also known as playlist. And last but not least, don't forget to put your uploads on your front page. Okay? Okay. All right. So that being said, I'm going to open the list one last time. I say one last time because it's my last spin for the night. I know it's saddening, it's maddening, but I only get 2 hours to do these things. So I'm going to do the list one last time. I'm going to open it up one last time. Please only say me once or twice at most, but try not to drown other people out. And make sure you're looking at this thing. I purposely keep it up here so you guys can see who's already on here. And if you're already on here, you don't need to ask again. But after I say the list is open, go ahead and leave it in there. And we're gonna get this going, all right? And you got 30 seconds to give me your full attention, okay? Okay. Here we go. So, Anthony plays. I feel like you're on there. No, that is not who I copied. Copy. There we go. Green Leo T. That's a new one. Solo Quattro, you're already on there. I know you are. You've been on there for a minute. Ace of Rocks Gaming. All right. up. There we go. We're gonna turn. Shut up in your face. All right. MKDS. All right. Epic Isaac. Feel like you're already on here or not. Happens. It happens. And Doomix, I believe you're already on there. Yeah. All right. So not everyone is on here. The names are locked in. And remove the extra person. You can tell that this is a lot of names. It's a lot of names. I have one last person to go over. So before I even spin this wheel, get this. All right, guys? Pick this up and put it into your brains because it's going to be important. Even though this is the last spin, even though this is the last person I'm going over, just keep in mind, when the wheel spins and stops, does not necessarily mean that person is here. So, if they aren't here, stay here. Stay here. Because I've had people leave and they got rolled the next one because the other person wasn't here and they just left because they're like, oh, I give up. And then they ended up getting picked and it's like, oh, well. But the other thing I definitely want to make mention of is this isn't your only opportunity to get your channel reviewed. High five. That's a thumbs up, but whatever. This is not your only opportunity to get your channel reviewed. I do channel reviews on other channels. MGN specifically is another gaming network of freedom. It's a gaming network of freedom. I definitely recommend checking it out. They got some really cool content that they put up there, and I also say that because we do channel reviews on there. Same thing as here. It's open to everybody. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard every Tuesday. It's an open list. There is no wheel. It's a first come, first serve thing. So keep this in mind. Write it down. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard every Tuesday. I'll be there trying to help as many people as possible. And on my own channel every Thursday. Well, this Thursday. Normally it's Wednesday. But every Thursday. Starting this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. This Thursday, I'll be on my own channel. You can find the links to MGN right here. And my own personal channel just below it. Please check those out. Please give them their support, meaning mostly MGM. I mean, like, if you want to give me support, that's cool too, and it's much appreciated. But don't just follow me because I'm giving these awesome reviews for your channel. All right? Follow me because I put out amazing content. Or at least I try. You know, I try. It's a thing. Start the wheel. Wheels and round around, where's it gonna get a thing? We're gonna get some frowns on the thing. I'm just gonna move my mouse so you don't think I'm like constantly clicking it. I'm actually getting a drink. Again, guys, stick around because you never know if the person's going to be here or not. Oh. Is it going to happen one more time? The infinite click of doom? Oh, it did. Complex. All right, guys, keep that in mind. We don't know if he's here. CMPLX 16. Art thou still here? I know it's been about 30 minutes since you got added to this. You got 30 minutes. So, I mean, it was 30 minutes since you got added to this. But I'm going to check this thing, see where we are. All right, it's up there. We're going to speed this along. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Here we go. 30 seconds. We got 30 seconds on the clock. CMP. Oh, he's here. Or she. We don't judge. Almost pulled out the guitar of banishment. You were here for a minute too. Look at this. You're right. Where are you? Oh, I removed you. Okay, just now. Just doing some physics. Why are you still beeping? Shut up. Okay. I looked over and I saw my name. That was really lucky. CMLPLX 16 mobile FPS. So let's talk really quick. Your front page is okay, but I feel like it could be developed a lot more. And I say that because you got this basic fire, well, actually, it's a street light thing going on in the background, which is kind of interesting, but it doesn't really tell me that you're doing mobile gaming, and I'm not exactly sure what to expect from this. You said mobile FPS, so it's mobile first-person shooters. Is that what I'm expecting to do? The next thing I mean, like, Asa, I wish I could, but I gave other options for people who want to get reviews. I'm not going to be able to review tonight, but I'd be able to do it on other things. Where the time's usually just limited by me, but tonight I do have my own limited times that's given to me by Freedom, so I'm only allowed to do so much time to do this. I only got so much time to do this, but I try to get as many people in. But that being said, I believe your front page could be more developed by putting, like, maybe your popular uploads on there. Maybe putting up individual playlists or different types of playlists that you got on there. Working on a new banner. My last one was super outdated. This is a temp. Okay. But I definitely say get your front page set up. Not just your banner, but the rest of the front page. I want to see more content on here. All right. Okay, so let's go to your About section. Okay, this channel is all about mobile games, mostly FPS games. I may not upload very often. That's not good. We're not starting off good. But when I do, often, but when I do upload videos, just know that they will be highlights of a game. Period. So, you'll only see the good stuff. Might be a small channel, but at least I'll upload decent content for everyone to see because I don't want you all to see some boring vids. All right. Oh, yeah, I do. I don't know why. I look over and I just think about it when I read it. Okay, so but I want to read a little bit more. Like, what do you do? What is the device that you're using, that you're playing on? What is your upload schedule? Because you need one if you're a YouTuber. And the big thing you're missing here, other than all that, is your social media. You're doing this all off a phone, so I'm surprised you don't have like a Twitter, a Facebook, an Instagram, a Snapchat, nothing. You need to put your social media in the links section so we can look at them, because you're going to be your best advertiser. Remember that. When you're on YouTube, you are your best advertiser. All right? Now you can do it every weekend. That's time mostly. I do it every weekend. I do this every weekend. Without fail, unless I'm like dead. By dead, I mean like sick or something like that. Let's take a look at your playlist. All right, you got a few playlists, so I'm surprised I didn't see anything on the front page. Mobile Royal Games, Modern Combat, Last Day on Earth, Vlogs, Bullet Force. All right, so let's take a look at the videos. So I feel like you got more videos than you actually do playlists. So that's going to be another thing. The next thing I want to make mention of is your thumbnails could use a lot of love. You're utilizing the gameplay in the thumbnails, which is generally a good idea. But the problem is you kind of just laying words wherever on the thumbnail and calling it a day. And that's not something you want to actually do, because I believe you could actually push these thumbnails a lot harder than what you're doing right now. Because you're just putting, like, you got highlights number 3, but it's barely visible because of the color choice that you did, the characters that you're choosing. You're not actually putting much effort other than putting text over still frame imagery. The problem that we're running into the still frame imagery is that we got your heads up display that's there, and it kind of just blends, and it's not something you want to happen. So you need to start working on thumbnails individually. The next thing I want to make mention is your upload schedule needs work. You can't just upload once in a while. That's not why you're here. That's not why you're here getting a review. You're getting here to get a review to be told that, hey, you need to upload a lot more than just once in a while. You need to upload a lot more. I want, like, for a gaming channel, especially how YouTube is right now, you need to be working on your live stuff. You need to be working on a schedule that's at least 3 to 4 times a week, including your live videos. So make sure you're updating. I know you're trying to put up quality content, but at the same rate, you still need to put up content. And don't just put up whatever, but keep your standards at a high enough thing where you're putting up high enough content, high standard content all the time. Tags, when I didn't think about it, I can use the video too. Yeah, Dutch, no problem. So let's take a look at this. You go random moments, rules of survival. I'm not sure. Is that the name of the game, Rules of Survival? Okay, it is. Okay, that makes sense. So you got random moments number 3, funny moments number 2, and squad gameplay highlights number 1. So I'm assuming there's a rules number, funny moments rules number 1. see where you're putting your numbers doesn't quite actually correlate, because these are standalone videos. They wouldn't be number anything unless they have another version of them. So if you have squad gameplay highlights, this would be number 1. This is the first funny moments in Rules of Survival, and this is the first random moments in Rules of Survival. So that's something you got to keep in mind when you're putting it down. Hey Blaze, welcome back. So when you're putting that together, make sure that's going on. Also, I didn't mention this, but I think you should work on I think you should work on your channel art altogether. So start working on your thumbnails. Definitely work on his icon. C just doesn't really tell me too much and doesn't really brand you as anything. It's just the letter C. And then you got Complex 16, which I feel you could jazz it up a bit and choose different type of font. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to pause it. So here's the issue. You're putting music behind your gameplay and not putting any words or any type of communication. The issue behind that you'll run into real quick is that a lot of music you're going to be using is copywritten. All right? That's going to be a big issue. A lot of music you're going to be using is copywritten. The next thing I'm mentioning is this doesn't actually fall underneath fair use, because you're not giving it any unique thing. Yeah, you're slapping pictures on it and whatnot, but it's not. I'm not getting anything that would feel like it's fair use, because it seems like all you're doing is putting music with this, and on top of that, the music might or might not. I have one more in me. One more in the chamber, I think. Music might or might not be copywritten. So make sure you get that going for yourself. The next thing I wanted to make mention is your thumbnails. Your tags just say highlight gameplay, rules of survival, best moment, 2018 glitches. That's not really specific. It should be rules of survival glitches, rules of survival gameplay, rules of survival highlights, rules of survival best moment, random moments and rules of survival. Those would be tags that would be relevant to this. Throwing grenades and having them throw back at you. Rolling grenade fails, guns fails. Rules of survival fails. All these are tags that you should be utilizing for your channel. It's going to get more people in. I've personally never heard of rules of survival. So that's generally something you got to keep in mind, that, generally rules of survival, like, I don't know what it is. But you also had this game marked as PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, but it's not. It's another game called Rules of Survival. So your description says, finding possible hackers, seeing brand new 2018 glitches, and completely obliterating full squads. Multiple clips that all comprised into one long video. The last video took a week to edit, upload. This time I uploaded a more light video. Next video will be more heavily edited and will be more enjoyable. I use a lot of music from NCS, Alan Walker, and Epidemic Sounds. If you have questions about the music, just leave a comment below and I'll answer it ASAP. The next thing I want to make mention of when I'm looking at this, I feel like you don't have a link to this game. I have no information about this game. I want to see a link. I want to see the description of the game, but that should all happen after the description of the video. The description of the video isn't too bad. It's actually pretty okay done, but I feel like you could be filling this out a little bit better. The next thing I want to make mention, and I didn't really make mention of this too much to other people, but make sure when people are talking, you talk back to them. Now, you did a good job here, but for you guys, I didn't actually mention this earlier. If you're getting comments on your videos, always try to talk back to the people that are talking to you. They're complimenting you. They're enjoying your stuff, or they're just talking trash. I mean, if they're talking trash, you don't have to acknowledge their existence, or you could hit them. You can hit them with a quick clap back, and you don't know how they're going to be able to respond to that. So always just like when you're putting that stuff together, make sure you're getting it make sure you're talking to people, okay? This guy has an interest in maybe playing the game with you, maybe get into this. But I kind of want to see gameplay with you talking to people in a squad. And that makes a good game. If I'm watching a shooting game, I like seeing someone talking to other people. That's how it remains interesting. And the squad's communicating, they can joke around and have fun. But if you're just sort of playing, it doesn't make for an interesting gameplay. So I want to see this to be interesting. I want this to be really cool and enjoyable for both you and the people around you. But in order for that to happen, you need to put a little bit more effort into the actual game itself. And don't forget to work on the description a bit more, work on your tags, work on the video itself, because again, music over gameplay doesn't actually equal fair use. And work on your thumbnails. It's going to be another thing. Work on your upload schedule. That's a big thing, especially now how YouTube's working. I understand your last video, but I'm I base everything off the first video I see on your channel, which is going to be your most recent. Speaking of which, get your front page set up so we can see that your most recent videos are going to be showing up. You got your uploads going on here, but I don't see a popular uploads, and I don't know if you have playlists. So a lot of people can't really switch between these things too easily on their mobile device, even though it actually technically is a little bit easy to do. Work on your about section, get on some social media, and put some love into the artwork. And you've been, I would say, you got the start. Now push. Been trying to get into live commentary videos. Actually, it's a hard thing, and the best advice I can give to other people. Best advice I can give to other people for live commentary is to not stop talking. If you think you can't come up with something, cut it out. Meaning, like, edit that part out. The next thing I want to say is when you're doing live, if you're trying to work on commentary, try talking all the time. Not just in front of a camera, but to yourself, like a crazy person. Because believe it or not, when you're talking to yourself, you can figure out like where you could probably work on your communicative skills. On my end, when I'm doing anything, if I'm like making food, I'm always muttering underneath my breath, and that's because I'm just talking. And that's how I stay active and trying to keep my mind like constantly busy. But then I also forget words and people. So that's a thing. But I would work on this, dude. You got to start. I want to see all of you grow. I definitely do. So I hope the advice I've given tonight helps those who have been here, helps those who I've gone over, because this advice is not just channel specific. You got to look at your own channel when I'm going over this. Are my tags good enough? Are my thumbnails good enough? Can I separate my thumbnails from other people? Are my videos good enough? Is my commentary good enough? Is my lighting good enough? Can I work on my blah blah blah? Can I work on my social media? Can I work on my about section? Maybe just my attitude towards this is not the right way. Is my upload schedule good enough? These are things you got to ask yourself when you're putting together your channel. Maybe my channel's artwork could use a little bit of work. So those are my recommendations for tonight. What are squares called in your background? They're foam canceling. It's just noise canceling foam. That's all they're called. Or soundproofing, more so. Soundproof. Just type in soundproof foam, and it comes in a whole bunch of different things. Walmart has a 48 pack of acoustic panels for $52.99. I don't personally like Walmart, but that's a freaking good deal. That's pretty much what these are. They're only going to be an inch thick. They're 48 panels is a lot. I mean, this wall itself is like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's got a few. It's like 40 something. Yeah, 40 something, 42. It's 42 panels square. So that would cover that whole wall. There you go. So yeah, when you do review my channel out here, I'm going to end up with a near perfect channel because of your advice. Well, I hope so. So those are my recommendations. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Again, I'm not gonna go off on that good night without putting this little plug out there. I do these channel reviews every week here on Freedom at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. It's a wheel one, so it's all randomized because there's a lot of people who ask for reviews, and there's just no way I can be able to go do them all at once. I do also do these on MGN. Which is the gaming channel of Freedom. You could check it out right here in this. I do it every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Recommend checking it out. I'll be there to be able to help you, and it's a no-list thing. So, it's no random list thing. It's a first-come, first-serve. And I also do these on my own channel this week. I'll be on my channel on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, going over all the wonderful little channels that are here for me to go over. So check that out. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard on my own channel, which is also located right below Frosted Fricks. That's me. Hey, how you doing? So check that out. I hope to see you guys there. You guys have been great. You guys have been fantastic. I hope you enjoyed all the information I've given to you. Have a great night. Have a good day. Stay frosty, my friends, and game on.